Federal law and institutional policy here at Keuka College require that all research using human subjects be approved by the Institutional Review Board, known as an IRB, in order to protect the rights and welfare of research participants.
An IRB is a committee established to review and approve research involving human subjects. The purpose of the IRB is to ensure that all human subject research is conducted in accordance with all federal, institutional, and ethical guidelines. Formal review procedures for institutional human subject studies were originally developed in direct response to research abuses in the 20th century, such as the Tuskegee syphilis experiment and the Milgram obedience studies.
What should you expect from Keuka College's IRB? First, you will need to locate the IRB information and applications materials located on Moodle. Once signed into your Moodle account, scroll down until you find IRB information. Once here, click on the IRB information, and if you haven't done so already, you'll need to enroll, so select Enroll Me. It is important that you review the IRB information found here.
Next, you will need to determine the level of review required for your study. If you select the Policies and Procedures folder, you will notice additional documents now appear. Select the third document down, which is labeled the Review Process, Levels of Review. The levels include Instructor-Supervisor Review, Exempt, Expedited, and Full Review. The levels of review are determined in part by the degree of apparent risk and need for protection of subjects. While you will need to identify which level you believe is required, remember that the board has final determination.
Next, you'll want to locate the application forms that you'll need to complete. Select the Institutional Review Board forms. In this folder, you'll see several documents. The first one you'll want to take a look at is the IRB Form A, Exempt, Expedited, or Full Review. You'll need to save this form to your computer in order to open it and edit it. Once you save the Institutional Review Board Form A to your computer, simply go through the form and fill it out as required. Additional documents that you'll want to notice in the Institutional Review Board Forms folder include the consent form examples and assent form examples for minors. You can see these forms here. Again, you'll need to save these forms to your computer to edit or to review them and use as an example for your study.
Once you have completed the forms, you'll want to proofread the materials and make sure all the requirements have been completed. If the pertinent forms are not fully completed, the IRB proposal will not be accepted and the proposal will have to be revised and resubmitted.
Some important things to keep in mind. All questions must be fully answered. Stating not applicable, NA, or its equivalent are not acceptable. If a procedure is required, include all steps in the procedure. For example, procedures or protocols that will be used to gather data. All instruments and devices to gather data must be attached to the form. The IRB requires that you attach the final copy of the instrument or device.
The recruitment procedures and protocols for participants from the form require that you explain how you will recruit participants and include any requests to participate or scripts to be used in their final form.
Explain how material will be kept confidential. Storing it in a safe place does not lead to confidentiality.
Any letters of support must be on official agency or business organizational letterhead.
Consent forms must be clear and complete, and the correct forms must be used. They are available on the portal and labeled clearly.
Assent forms must match the academic literacy level of the individuals signing them.
If graduate or undergraduate students submit a proposal, the proposal must be signed in both locations by the researcher and mentor. This submission is a professional document. Therefore, it must be well organized and free of errors in grammar, spelling, and punctuation. The submission will be returned without comment if there are errors. Once you have completed the materials, you will need to formally submit the application. It needs to be printed and sent to the chair of the IRB at Keuka College. If you have any questions, please consult the IRB page on Moodle. You can also direct any questions to your faculty advisor or division chair.